This is AZMATH Muhammad, founder YouTube channel, AZMATH Business Skills. I have almost 30 years of experience in different segments of business sectors, out of which I was associated with a multinational pharmaceutical organization for 15 years. I have initiated my channel AZMATH Business Skills to share my knowledge and experience with others. Please subscribe to my channel so that you will be getting notifications whenever I publish a new video. If you like my videos, kindly give a thumbs up and share it. Thank you. How to start a business, a step-by-step guide. Introduction to starting a small business. You want to make sure that you prepare thoroughly before starting a business, but realize that things will almost certainly go awry. To run a successful business, you must adapt to changing situations. Conducting in-depth market research on your field and the demographics of your potential clientele is an important part of crafting a business plan. This involves running surveys, holding focus groups, and researching SEO and public data. Before you start selling your product or service, you need to build up your brand and get the following of people who are ready to jump when you open your doors for business. This video is for small and medium businesses, SMBs, who want to learn the basic steps of starting a new business. Tasks like naming the business and creating a logo are obvious, but what about the less heralded, equally important steps? Whether it is determining your business structure or crafting a detailed marketing strategy, the workload can quickly pile up. Rather than spinning your wheels and guessing at where to start, follow these 10-step checklists to transform your business from a light bulb above your head to a reality. So let us get started.
One, refine your idea. 2, write a business plan. 3, assess your finances. 4, determine your legal business structure. 5, register with the government and IRS, Indian Revenue Services. 6, purchase an insurance policy. 7, build your team. 8, choose your vendors. 9, brand yourself and advertise. 10, grow your business.
Shui 1. Refine your idea. If you are thinking about starting a business, it is likely you already have an idea of what you want to sell in the market you want to enter. Do a quick search for existing companies in your chosen industry. Learn what current brand leaders are doing and figure out how you can do it better. If you think your business can deliver something other companies don't, in other words, deliver the same thing with faster and cheaper. Define your why. It is good to know why you are launching your business. So start with the question, why? In this process, it may be wise to differentiate between whether the business serves a personal why or a marketplace why. When your question why is focused on meeting a need in the marketplace, the scope of your business will always be larger than a business that is designed to serve a personal need. Brainstorm your business name. It is vital to understand the reasoning behind your idea. Be cautious while writing a business plan or brainstorming a business name before nailing down the idea's value. Clarify your target customers. It is noticed too often people jump into launching their business without spending time to think about who their customers will be and why they would want to buy from them. You need to clarify for yourself why you want to work with these customers. Do you have a passion for making people's lives easier? Identifying the answer helps clarify your mission. It is better to define how you will provide this value to your customers and how to communicate that value in a way that they are willing to pay. Write a business plan. Once you have your idea in place, you need to ask yourself a few important questions. What is the purpose of your business? Who are you selling to? What are your end goals? How will you finance your initial, rather startup costs? These questions can be answered in a well-written business plan. The new startup businesses rushing into things without pondering these critical aspects of the business are bound to commit mistakes. You have to find your target customer base. Who is going to buy your product or service? If you can't find evidence that there is demand for your idea, product, or service, then what would be the point of starting your business? Conduct market research. Conducting thorough market research on your field and demographics of potential clientele is an important part of crafting a business plan. This involves conducting surveys, holding focus groups, and researching SEO and public data. Market research helps you understand your target customer, their needs, preferences, and behavior, as well as your industry and competitors. The best small businesses have products or services that are differentiated from the competition. This has a significant impact on your competitive landscape and allows you to convey unique value to potential customers. Assess your finances. Starting any business has a price, so you should have clarity to determine how you are going to meet those costs. Do you have the means to fund your startup, or will you need to borrow money? If you are planning to leave your current job to focus on your business, do you have sufficient funds to support yourself until you make a profit? It is best to find out how much your startup costs will be. Many startup businesses fail because they run out of money before turning a profit. It is never a bad idea to overestimate the amount of startup capital you need, as it can be a while before the business begins to bring in sustainable revenue. Do remember, learn to earn before spending. Perform a break-even analysis. One way you can determine how much money you need is to perform a break-even analysis. This is an essential element of financial planning that helps business owners determine when their company, product, or service will be profitable. The formula is simple. Fixed costs, average price, variable costs, to an amount to break-even point. Every entrepreneur should use this formula as a tool because it informs you about the minimum performance your business must achieve to avoid losing money. Furthermore, it helps you understand exactly where your profits come from, so you can set production goals accordingly. Here are the 3 most common reasons to conduct a break-even analysis. Let us have a look at what they are. 1. Determine profitability. This is generally every business owner's highest interest. Ask yourself, how much revenue do I need to generate to cover all my expenses? Which products or services turn into a profit and which ones are sold at a loss? 2. Price a product or service. When most people think about pricing, they consider how much their product costs to create and how competitors are pricing their products. Ask yourself, what are the fixed rates? What are the variable costs? And what is the total cost? What is the cost of any physical goods? What is the cost of labor? 3. Analyze the data. What volumes of goods or services do you have to sell to be profitable? Ask yourself, how can I reduce my overall fixed costs? How can I reduce the variable cost per unit? How can I improve sales? Watch your expenses. Don't overspend when starting a business. Understand the types of purchases that make sense for your business and avoid overspending on fancy new equipment that won't help you reach your business goals. Monitor your business expenses to ensure you are staying on track. A lot of startup businesses tend to spend money on unnecessary things. Spend as little as possible when you start, and only on the things that are essential for the business to grow and be a success. Luxuries can come when you're established. Consider your funding options. Startup capital for your business can come from various means. The best way to acquire funding for your business depends on several factors, including creditworthiness, the amount needed, and available options. Business loans. If you need financial assistance, a commercial loan through a bank is a good starting point, although these are often difficult to secure. Investors. Startups requiring significant funding up front may want to bring on an investor. Investors can provide several monetary options or more to a fledgling company with the expectation that the fund supporters will have a hands-on role in running your business. Crowdfunding. Alternatively, you could launch an equity crowdfunding campaign to raise smaller amounts of money from multiple supporters. Crowdfunding has helped numerous companies in recent years, and there are dozens of reliable crowdfunding platforms designed for different types of businesses. Choose the right business bank. When you are choosing a business bank, size matters. It is recommended to have smaller community banks because they are in tune with the local market conditions and will work with you based on your overall business profile and character. They are unlike big banks that look at your credit score and will be more selective to loan money to small businesses. Not only that, but small banks want to build a personal relationship with you and ultimately help you if you run into problems and miss a payment. Another good thing about smaller banks is that decisions are made at the branch level, which can be much quicker than big banks, where decisions are made at a higher level. Financially, if you want to perform a break-even analysis, consider your expenses and funding options, and choose the right bank for your business. Determine your legal business structure. Before you can register your company, you need to decide what kind of entity it is. Your business structure legally affects everything from how you file your taxes to your personal liability if something goes wrong. Sole proprietorship. If you own the business entirely by yourself and plan to be responsible for all debts and obligations, you can register for a sole proprietorship. Be warned that this route can directly affect your personal credit. Partnership. Alternatively, a business partnership, as its name implies, means that two or more people are held personally liable as business owners. You don't have to go it alone if you can find a business partner with complementary skills to your own. It is usually a good idea to add someone into the mix to help your business flourish. Corporation. If you want to separate your personal liability from your company's liability, you may want to consider forming one of several types of corporations, for example, S corporation, C corporation, or B corporation. Although each type of corporation is subject to different guidelines, this legal structure generally makes a business a separate entity from its owners, and therefore, corporations can own property, assume liability, pay taxes, enter contracts, sue, and be sued like any other individual. Limited liability company. One of the most common structures for small businesses is the limited liability company, LLC. This hybrid structure has the legal protections of a corporation while allowing for the tax benefits of a partnership. Ultimately, it is up to you to determine which type of entity is best for your current needs and future business goals. It is important to learn about the various legal business structures available. If you are struggling to make up your mind, it is not a bad idea to discuss the decision with a business or legal advisor. Register with the government and IRS. You will need to acquire a variety of business licenses before you can legally operate your business. For example, you need to register your business with union and local governments. There are several documents you must prepare before registering. Articles of Incorporation. To become an officially recognized business entity, you must register with the government. Corporations need an Articles of Incorporation document, which includes your business name, business purpose, corporate structure, stock details, and other information about your company. Similarly, some LLCs will need to create an operating agreement. Doing business as DBA. If you don't have Articles of Incorporation or an operating agreement, you will need to register your business name, which can be your legal name. Doing business as name if you are the sole proprietor. You also need to take steps to trademark your business name for extra legal protection. Most states require you to get a doing business as. If you are in a general partnership or a proprietorship, you may need to apply for a doing business as certificate, an example, MSME certificate. It is better to contact local authorities' office and ask about specific requirements and fees. Generally, there is a registration fee involved. Employer identification number in. After you register your business, you may need to get an employer identification numbers from the respective authorities, which are known as Provident Fund, PF, as well Employees State Insurance Scheme, ESIS. While these are not required for sole proprietorships with no employees, you may want to apply for one anyway to keep your personal and business taxes separate, or simply to save yourself the trouble later if you decide to hire someone. Income tax forms. You also need to file certain forms to fulfill your income tax obligations. The forms you need are determined by your business structure. You will need to check your government's website for information on tax obligations. You should also check to find out if you need a seller's permit that authorizes your business to collect sales tax from your customers, which is termed as GST, Goods and Services Tax. It is important to note that these requirements and names vary from state to state. You can register for a seller's permit through the state government website of the state you are doing business in. Purchase an insurance policy. Purchasing the right insurance for your business is an important step to take before you officially launch your business. Dealing with incidents such as property damage, theft can be costly, and you need to be sure that you are properly protected. Although you should consider several types of business insurance, there are a few basic insurance plans that most small businesses can benefit from. For example, if your business will have employees, you will at least need to purchase workers' compensation insurance. You may also need other types of coverage depending on your location and industry, but most small businesses are advised to purchase general liability, GL, insurance, or a business owner's policy. General liability covers property damage, bodily injury, and personal injury to yourself or a third party. If your business provides a service, you may also want to consider professional liability insurance. It covers you if you do something wrong or neglect to do something you should have done while operating your business. Build your team. People are our great assets. Very rightly said by Peter F. Drucker, an eminent management consultant and author. Your product is built by people, Zawadzki said. Identifying your founding team, understanding what gaps exist, and determining how and when you will address them should be top priority. Figuring out how your team will work together is equally important. Defining roles and responsibilities, division of labor, how to give feedback, or how to work together when not everyone is in the same room will save you a lot of headaches down the line. Choose your vendors. It is challenging and overwhelming to run a business, and you and your team probably are not going to be able to do it all on your own. That is where third-party vendors come in. Companies in every industry from HR to business phone systems exist to partner with you and help you run your business better. When you are searching for B2B partners, you will have to choose carefully. These companies will have access to vital and potentially sensitive business data, so it is critical to find someone you can trust. It is recommended to ask potential vendors about their experience in your industry, their track record with existing clients, and what kind of growth they have helped other clients achieve. Brand yourself and advertise. Before you start selling your product or service, you need to build up your brand and get the following of people ready to jump when you open your literal or figurative doors for business. Company website. Take your reputation online by building a company website. Many customers turn to the internet to learn about a business, and a website is digital proof that your small business exists. It is also a great way to interact with current and potential customers. Social media. Use social media to spread the word about your new business as a promotional tool once you launch. The best social media platforms to utilize will depend on your target audience. CRM. The best CRM software solutions allow you to store customer data to improve how you market to them. A well-thought-out email marketing campaign can do wonders for reaching customers and communicating with your audience. To be successful, you should strategically build your email marketing contact list. Logo. Create a logo that can help people easily identify your brand and be consistent in using it across all of your platforms. Also, keep these digital assets up to date with relevant, interesting content about your business and industry. Grow your business. Launching your business and first sales are only the beginning of your task as an entrepreneur. To make a profit and stay afloat, you always need to be growing your business. It is going to take time and effort. Collaborating with more established brands in your industry is a great way to achieve growth. Reach out to other companies and ask for some promotion in exchange for a free product sample or service. Partner with a charity organization and volunteer some of your time or products to get your name out there. While these tips will help launch your business and get you set to grow, there's never a perfect plan. You want to make sure you prepare thoroughly for starting a business, but things will almost certainly go awry. To run a successful business, you must adapt to changing situations. Please remember that you may have the best plan for your startup business, but as soon as it is in action, things will change, and you have to be ready and willing to adapt a right attitude to solve your problem quickly. As an entrepreneur, your value lies in solving problems, whether that is your product or service solving problems for other people, or you solving problems within your organization. Be prepared to adjust. There is a saying in the military that no plan survives the first contact, meaning that you can have the best plan in the world, but as soon as it is in action, things change and you have to be ready and willing to adapt and solve problems quickly. As an entrepreneur, your value lies in solving problems, whether that is your product or service solving problems for other people or you solving problems within your organization. Thank you for watching my video. Like the video and give a thumbs up. Kindly subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications whenever I publish a new video. Also, I request you to share my video in your circle. Please do not forget to comment,